Hey everyone, I'm Jordan, a developer advocate over at Superwall, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Superwall's audience feature to do some advanced filtering to show particular paywalls. Now, if you're new to Superwall, you may be wondering what campaigns, placements, and audiences even means. Well, when you use Superwall's SDK, you run one or more campaigns. For my fictional caffeine tracking app, I've got one campaign already set up, my primary campaign, and I've got placements for it. Now, placements are things in your app that users could do that you may want to paywall, right? They could be paid features. So for me, I've got a placement set up for logging caffeine, and I've got one set up for choosing a custom app icon. Those are both things that I might want to paywall. Now, feel free to add as many placements as you want because you can remotely deactivate or activate them. So the more placements you have, the more flexible you can be. Now, our audiences are what's going to determine what paywall shows. By default in Superwall, we have a general audience. So that's going to match everybody. So no matter what happens, when a placement is evaluated and a user isn't pro, they're going to get this paywall. And if I run my app, you can see that I'm logging two of those placements, caffeine log, custom icon selected. And since I'm not a paid user, triggering either one of those is going to show me that paywall. And there it is. Now let's use a more advanced filtering technique. Let's say I want to show a certain paywall when someone tries to choose a custom app icon. The way that you do this in Superwall is with audience filtering. So let's make a new audience. I'll name it custom icon selected and associate a new paywall. By default, I'm showing the bolt paywall, so I'll go with the gradient one here. And here is where I can use filters to match to a certain placement. So I'll click add filter and say, if the parameters, event name is custom icon selected, then this audience should match and get this paywall. Now here's something important to note about audiences. By default, it's showing down below the general audience, and we evaluate these audiences from top to bottom. So this one would never show because, again, the general audience matches everybody. All you need to do is just drag and drop your audiences in the way that you want Superwall to evaluate them. You want to go with your most specific audiences up top and put your more broad ones below it. So now with that in place, when the custom icon selected placement is evaluated, we should get the new paywall. Let's see if that's what happens. And there it is. So you can start to see how you can use these audiences to really hone in on a particular set of users and show them certain paywalls. Let's do one more. Let's say I've got a paywall that I made for late night coffee drinkers, right? We want to target people that are drinking coffee late at night. I have a paywall specifically for those people. Well, we'll create a new audience. I'm going to name it late night coffee. And I'll associate my new paywall I made just for this situation. And again, we'll use filters. So the great thing about filters is they can query a lot of device parameters. So in our case, we'll use the local time, and that's based off 24-hour time. We'll say if it's greater than equal to, it's 2 p.m. when I record this. So for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to put 13 here just so you can see that it's working. And I'll save that. And again, I'm going to put this right in the middle. So now Superwall is going to evaluate the custom icon selected audience first. Then it's going to check for the late night coffee drinkers. And then if neither of those match, we'll go down to the general one. Make sure I got my paywall. I do. Now let's try it again and see if we get that late night coffee. And we do. Awesome. So I hope this gives you an idea of how you can use Superwall's audience feature to really target a specific set of users at certain times. Again, these audiences can be paused, deactivated at any time without app updates, so it allows you to stay super flexible. Thanks for watching, and let us know if you need any help getting started with Superwall.